So it's the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park, and I realized I only did like one Jurassic Park review this year, which is a shame. So I figured, why not end our season? Why not end our gift guide and go out on a big note and go full cosplay as Alan Grant as we reviewed some awesome Jurassic Park moments in the Funko Pop collection. I love dinosaurs, absolutely loved Jurassic Park as a kid. Must have seen it 3 or 4 times in the theater. Awesome that we're here to celebrate the 30th anniversary this year. We have this great 6-movie franchise now. Really hoping we get to see more dinosaurs in the future, more dinosaur attractions. It's kind of timeless. It's never going to really lose its spark. And just the allure of the Jurassic Park franchise is just iconic. So what better way to showcase your gift-giving season with some awesome products. And we think these Funko ones are special for a couple reasons, and we're going to be showing you that. So these ones specifically, as you can see here on the box, are Target exclusives. So we have this T-Rex set, which is the T-Rex after his escape, turning over the car. And you can see that smashed into the mud there. And then to accompany this set, we have the Alan Grant set. So the Alan Grant set is the other side of the fence with the car and him in his little flare trying to distract the T-Rex. So the two of them together will form the entire sort of scene there from the film. But there's some fun things you can do with these, and we'll show you in a moment. Big mystery, and I was never able to solve this, and I really don't see any explanation, but you go from seeing the T-Rex with the goat and everything's level there, and he walks out onto the road after the fence is broken down, but then you look over exactly where the T-Rex came in, and it's like a 30-foot drop, so I'm really confused on how that works. So you would only really see his head, but somehow he's all the way up there and knocking over the fence and just walking across like it's all level. So weird scene, but nonetheless, iconic scene in the film and just in general with that dinosaur and the stomping and the seismic effect in the water. But why don't we hop in and check out these 2 amazing sets. All right, I'm going to contain my excitement with the Alan Grant Action Hero set and go over here to the T-Rex. T-Rex Breakout is the name of this pop moment. So we have the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this is just going to slide right out here. And it's going to be in this nice little foam, or I'm sorry, plastic fitted. No plastic, or no additional plastic holding it in. No tape. I love that. Just slides right out. So we have that T-Rex right here. And as you can see, we have our T-Rex with the overturned vehicle. We have the fence, and we have the broken part of the fence on this side. We have the logo on the car here. I think it's a little more pressed into the mud than it should, but we'll forgive that because this is not, you know, $100, $200 set. This is just I think $30, $40 set. So a little bit different. I'm not going to have the extreme level of detail on it. It's pop. It's supposed to be fun. It is fun. We have some, you can see these marks here from the T-Rex where he was stepping. As well, so some tracks in this mud on the base here, and then you can see that rail as well, so they kept that consistent. There is a rail going throughout here. They even have the little lights in the back here for the fence to let you know that it's off. In this case, they're not lit up. They wouldn't be lit up otherwise. The bottom is just, they still kept it textured here, and just the logo and all that kind of information there. But this is a fun little set with this T-Rex stepping on the car. Of course, it's not really going to be to scale. He'd be much, much, much bigger, probably as tall as the fence in this one, and they'd have to make the fence taller. But you could see this is a fun little set. You even notice in the back there, a tire was torn off of the rear where he chewed off the tire. So they kind of kept that consistent there in that look. And then on the back side of the fence, you can see it's also detailed. It's not just flat and they stopped coloring it or anything like that. So they kept it consistent all the way around front to back. So this is a great looking piece that way. Yeah, I really like that. They still have a lot of detail on that vehicle, even though it's not, like I said, you know, 100% accurate on there. You can see some slash marks on the top from where the dinosaur has trampled it and clawed it up with his feet or this, I don't know, maybe teeth. So great little set there. A little bit of a weight to it, maybe a pound and a half, something like that. Not bad. Now let's get into this amazing Dr. Alan Grant Action Hero set, and it's going to open the same way it's going to slide out of the box here, and we're going to have that form-fitting plastic, and we're going to have the other half of the set. So as you can see here, we have that Alan Grant in the front there with his torch, and it's a little bit of a translucence piece going on in that torch. There he is with his shirt, his little paisley bandana, his fedora, of course. You could see some additional marks here where he stepped out of the car, so you have some human footprints in the mud. And then you got that vehicle, and you notice the vehicles number 4 and number 5 on here, so they kept that consistent between the two. And you had that 10,000 volts sign that was letting you know when the fence was operating. You don't want to touch that thing. My only gripe is with the design of the car. I would like to just see some plastic paneling here for the windows instead, and maybe just have it hollowed out. But then they'd have to tool the seats and the interior, and I guess that would raise the price point. But that would have been fun just to see that little bit of detailing on there as well. Nice Jurassic Park logo on the Jeep here. And then we have that track again. This time, you know, it's centered on the track. You don't really ever see it how it connects to the track. There's no like central, you know, line or piece of metal running to it, especially on this. Maybe in the film, I don't know. So that's sort of missing there. But I think the car looks great. Do they connect? Well, let's find out. Boom. Yep. This lines up perfectly. Right here, you can see the rail doesn't skip a beat. This is smooth. Funko designed this really well. They line up exactly perfect. You have this space in between here where the dinosaur broke out. Should it be wider? Sure. If everything was in scale, it would be a lot wider. I mean, but look how small the sections of fence are. They're only about this big, length of my finger. So this is actually a little wider than the standard section. So yeah, I mean, these would touch, and this would be exactly the size of the scene in this weird Funko Pop scale, where things are just, the dinosaur is only a little bit bigger than the human. So it looks more like a baby T-Rex. But yeah, I mean, they are exactly in the scale or in the dimension they need to be. Everything lines up perfectly. I want to say that the mud is slightly different color on this one than this one. It's just a little bit less. This is more of a semi-gloss finish, and this is more of a satin finish, so it looks a little shinier. But the track lines up perfectly. The back here lines up perfectly, so you can make everything line up. It's not like the lines are off or anything like that. So it does line up perfectly. So if you wanted to get the whole set and display it like this, you totally can. The other thing I like about this, and I said it had more functionality, nothing wrong with separating these two and putting some books in between them or something like that. If you wanted to reinforce the books, you could get a nice little bookends here and put them up along the side, and that way you have this great set between the two. Create some distance, you can keep some books, or it doesn't have to be books, and you wouldn't need a reinforcement, but you could put up some DVDs or Blu-rays, put them in between here. Could be video games, PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, put those games up in between here, and look at this, you got a little distance, a fun way to display your games, and then you got these little guys on the side here. You could really put anything between these two, and then create that gap, and then have these two as your bookends essentially on the sides. And I think that's what's really fun about these two. You could put them together, and you could build out a nice diorama, which is a very cool little diorama. Or you could separate them, put something in between, and still have that diorama scene, but they become part of your decor, whether it's in your fan room or if it's in your home office. They have a little versatility that way. So just something to think about with these two. Not poorly priced for the amount of detail you're getting on them. So just consider that of limitless possibilities on what you can display. Well, we ended on a little bit of a fun note here. Used an excuse to get into Alan Grant mode. Got my paisley neckerchief on underneath the shirt. That's how he rocks it. Got my fedora, of course. So keep it in the spirit here. This is a great set. Funko, this is part of the Funko Moments. They have a lot of other sets like this. I saw a nice 3-part skiff from celebrating the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, where you have Luke, Han, and Chewie on there, and you can build that thing out and assemble it. And that's really cool. because then, of course, you could separate that, put things in between as well, or you could build the skiff and have the 3 pop characters on it. So they have other sets like that as well, so go explore what Funko has. They also have this great movie moments line. One of the ones I saw for the holidays would be perfect was the Home Alone, where it has Kevin at the top of the stairs, and then Marv and I forget the other one's name, but the 2 burglars there, and Harry and Marv. And then they have the scene where he's dropping the paint cans down the stairs. So that is captured in that moment too. So you have the staircase and you have all 3 characters. Awesome. I mean, they have a ton of different movie moment scenes like that. They have movie posters with Funko Pop characters. So if you want to capture a movie fandom sort of experience, they have you covered. There's going to be an assortment of characters on there, and everything's put together, so you don't need to worry about diorama building. It's all done. Again, here, all you need to really do is throw up a little jungle background here, and you're set. I mean, it's got you covered. So you can even display this if you have plants, and just throw some plants behind it. Like I said, I like this. Like, it lines up perfectly, so I have my display. But I want to stick some books in between. Boom. I want to stick some DVDs, video games, Blu-rays, whatever. I mean, this is awesome. This becomes part of my decor. This becomes part of the room. This becomes a useful way to display these things in a fun, creative fashion. So I think it's awesome. And there's more stuff like this from Funko you can check out. So, of course, this is going to be in our gift guide because I just think it's really cool. So if you weren't aware of these 2, they're only at Target. They're still on shelves, so you can grab them before they're gone. I think you can get them on the website, too. So definitely do that. So they are awesome. If you're a Jurassic Park fan, 30th anniversary, great way to celebrate. Surprise that fan with these under the tree. And yeah, they're just, I'm sure they'll figure out what to do with them. They're just pretty cool. So that is all for this time. That is all for the gift guide. And that is all for this season of reviews. We're going to start a new season next week. I'm going to go back to less reviews per week because we're not trying to catch up and get everything crammed into the gift guide. So we'll be checking out some assortment of different products. We're going to be looking at some Ultimates, some Transformers. So we're going to be looking at some more Loyal Subjects. We're going to be looking at some more a variety of other products that we haven't got to yet that I'm really keen to show you, including another new Jumbo. So turn back for all that in the coming weeks and the next month. Hopefully next month will be Indie Month. I think Diamond Select is finally supposed to roll out their indie products, so we'll be bringing those to you as they come in, so bear with us. So that's all for this time. That's all for the gift guide. Like, subscribe, and follow. Tune back later today for the gift guide. It will be live on the site. I will set it up with the socials. You will see it. Probably be posting right after this review hits, so go check that out as well. We will have everything in there that we've gone over for the past month and a half, as opposed to as well as some great things throughout the year that we showed you as examples of what you could get from these different companies and different product lines that we're going to be recommending to you. It's all stuff we tried out, so you can see our hands-on review and decide if it's right for you. And otherwise stuff that we've seen in person and tried out in person. There are some things that are very, very, very expensive that we are not going to play around with or not likely to get free samples of. But we did see them, and we do certify that they're pretty cool and worth your time to check out. So check out that gift guide and look for the idea. Hopefully it inspires you to what you're doing this shopping season. Again, that is all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow, and we will see you guys next time.